Or where we last, you guys have a decision to make. Or did I misremember that you guys were taking a long rest?
I think we're going to take a long rest now. Because we were doing Basil's ritual, and then I think after that it was long rest time.
Yeah, I did mark in the notes, but that sounds right.
That does sound about.
Perfect. That makes this a lot easier. All right. So who's taking first watch? Who's taking second watch?
Well, I'll take first watch.
Also take first watch.
All right. Go ahead and give me perception checks.
And I will spend a little bit of time role playing.
Oh, go ahead. You guys can't really see shit today. It's distracted by the events of yesterday.
Yes, yeah, yesterday was a long day. But I'll paint the picture. Sundown, the sun is setting over the... Would you say there are sand dunes, or is this more like rocky wasteland kind of feel?
Soft sand dunes.
Okay. Yeah, we see the sun setting, little bits of, shrubbery that are barely hanging on in such a sad and lonely place as this desert. But our two companions sleep around the campfire. Holo paces back and forth, tail twitching.
Are you going to say what's on your mind?
Why... What do you call it? Gravity magic? What do you call this stuff that you do? Changing weights, moving things around. What is that?
Suppose gravity magic is a shorter way to say it, but essentially, yes, the manipulation of the forces around us.
Why that? Why that of all things? Thought wizards are supposed to make things explode or make extravagant illusory displays. To choose gravity. Why?
Well, I suppose I sort of have a knack for it, if you'll say. There are abilities that I have learned that seem more naturally innate. And for lack of a better term, it fits my personality. Once I have mastered such abilities, well, there will truly be no one to stop me.
And did someone teach you? Is there a gravity teacher out there?
Well, I am self-taught. Where I come from, practice of magic is, well, it's not one that is looked upon kindly.
I know. I helped you smuggle them out myself, remember?
Indeed.
So you say you learned this all by yourself, this powerful magic. Why would you need anyone else? You have your own power right here. You know what I mean.
Yes. And I suppose there was a time when I would say I didn't need anyone else. Things to worry about. Some can slow you down. However, after traveling with you lot for quite some time, I think there is a certain strength in numbers.
Oh, so there's more than nuts rattling around in your brain, I see.
Hmm.
For someone so smart, you can be rather stupid sometimes, but it seems like you are starting to learn. And she does stand over you with her hands on her hips. And I think I could give that dumb devil a run for his money. Or whatever this person doing Drake stuff or whatever. Slicing werewolves with whoozamajigs. Well, whatever. Forget all
Hell,
them, Al. You have what you need here. Forget, what's that man's name? I don't even know. The elf? Hadar? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
while there may be strength in this group, no one here would be able to do what I need done.
Which is what, precisely?
To go back home, kill those in power, take out this order, and find my sister, in whatever state she may be.
And you think our group is not up to the task? That's what you're thinking.
Do you think you can bring down an entire city, crush an organization at its heart?
I think we could get the ball rolling, yes, if they're as terrible as what they've been doing in the past, and if they've been making enemies of magical users, well, the Alliance builds itself. Strength in numbers. You needn't sell your soul for this. And you needn't punish yourself what happened to your sister. It wasn't your goddamn fault. You throw your soul away like it's nothing, like it's bent copper coins down a sewer pipe. If you don't value yourself, how are you actually going to get the power you need to do what you need to do? Do you see what I mean? If you do not invest yourself in a valuable way, in a responsible way, it'll get all thrown away before nothing. You'll burn out before you finish.
My soul is not currently on the menu. However, if it was needed, it is to be traded for something worth the price. I guarantee you.
Is nothing worth the price, thou. You're, again, the smartest, dumbest wizard I've ever met.
Well, can't all be as wise as Holo, now can we? You
Impossible,
seem
actually.
you seem as if fire has been lit under you.
Yes, I guess I'm done being polite. Not that I was ever polite, but I just don't want you killing yourself, Thal, for nothing.
I have no intentions on dying, Holo. There's far too much to be done.
Alright, just don't go into too much debt. Soul debt, money debt, whatever. Shadow you cast is only going to make your life harder as you move on. Try to keep things light, yes?
We'll see where our path brings us. But speaking of making deals, I think it's about time I call this devil and finish our conversation.
Must you?
That King Beetle will be coming back. We may have the power to stop him, we may not. Whatever information about this creature's weakness, whatever boon that hornball can give us, could be useful.
And the price, I wonder. Always the price. Fine. Do what you will.
He'll go ahead. I guess never having done it before, he'll kind of focus on the mark, on the brand behind him. See if he can circulate some magic to it, and then call his name. Hornball, we need to speak.
And just like that, with a little plume of smoke builds up in front of you guys as Hornball kind of sidesteps in from out the smoke. It says, and he finally calls. You sure know how to keep a boy waiting.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you knew this particular conversation was coming.
Oh, I never know with you, Thal. You're quite elusive.
Well, always happy to hear that I can keep a devil on their toes.
I suppose.
Now, for this deal that we discussed, I would like to make sure that this information or whatever it is you're going to give to assist in the fight with the beetle is not something as mundane as you have the means already.
Yes. You think so little of me. Have I not shown you that I'm a man of my word already? Did you not like the scroll? Is the fire a bit too frightening for you?
At that, he'll twitch an eyebrow. I control fire just fine.
Is that
Regard-
so? By all means, show us.
Well, the amount of fire that I control would leave a few cinders. Why waste magic?
Hmm. Okay.
He is not your monkey, sir. Say what you
Wow.
must and leave.
I figure you would be concerned about his mental health over everyone else. Don't you see how he gets when he gets a bit sparky?
He is gruff, but anger can be managed. Anger can be used as a tool. We needn't listen to him, Thal. He's just trying to cajole us.
Is that right? uh, Stinging. No, assume it's been an emotional time for you here.
Yes. More so by the second.
Feisty. Very well. What is it that you want to know, Thal?
A weakness for this king.
A
Or
weakness.
a weakness, or even better yet, something to give me the upper hand against him.
Well, as it stands, well, it's supposed to be an exchange, isn't it?
Yes, you seem to mention an item to the east last we spoke.
Yeah, but I'm wondering about that.
Are you now?
Of course. It's, how would you all say? I seem to have a great bit of things you could do for me.
I am not really one for games, Hornball. Say plainly what it is you want.
Well, this object I need in the east, I think it'll be fine. But there has been a tricky sort that may cause problems for me elsewhere in this desert. Make a pact with me right now that you'll deal with it. and I'll tell you all you want to know.
What exactly is this annoyance?
A competitor, so to speak.
A devil?
Could be.
You wish for me to agree to take someone out or to deal with this, and you won't even tell me what it is.
Yes, fine. A devil. At least I think it's a devil. It's hard to say.
Can I do an insight check to see if it actually is a devil?
Go for it.
Insight check a devil. This will surely be easy.
$17. Let's see if that's an art. Sorry, making rolls on my side.
Yep, I figured.
Interesting. You feel he's not saying the complete truth on the matter.
Does it seem like so you said devil, does it seem like it is devil, or does it seem like it's not devil? Or it's partially devil, maybe.
It seems like it's related to devils,
Okay.
but not quite a devil.
She senses some maybe half truths, half deceptions, but infernal nonsense to her.
So, you want us to kill a devil? It is my understanding that it's a bit difficult to kill one of your ilk.
Oh, yes. But I'm sure if you all work together, it's doable. Maybe.
And I thought here we were dealing with a powerful devil. Why don't you take care of it? Unless you're actually the weaker of the two.
No. As it stands, I'd rather avoid bringing too much attention to myself by having an all-out battle of devils in the desert. Why? I won't elaborate because I don't have to. But I promise you, I am a very powerful devil. Would you like an example? Any more friends I can walk through?
Careful.
I'm sorry, I thought we were all just getting real stingy today. And you can see that his voice kind of gets a little more erratic.
Losing our cool, are we, Hornball?
Never, never. Just having a bit of fun. As it stands, though, I do have a time limit on your answer, so yes or no to either or.
what guarantees that this information, or whatever it is you'll give me, will guarantee my victory against this beetle?
Guarantees do not exist in this world now. I will say it will give you quite a bit more advantage than you had now.
Uh, he'll look over at Holo. You truly believe that this group of ours can take that thing down without his help?
Yes, we'll be stronger for it as well afterwards, and there will be no more debt that will shackle you later. Better be free than to be shackled by whatever infernal nonsense these contracts will bring. No offense, dearest Harrenball.
Oh, none taken.
If I
I
refuse this offer, will you aid the beetle?
Kind of smirks. Who can say?
Yeah, that beetle, that fey creature, has to be fey.
Bet.
I'd like to insight check to see if fey is actually correct.
Go for it. It was a genuine scoff. He doesn't. That thing is not fair.
Okay. In your mind, Thal. I'll follow you to whatever end. Just don't make deals erratically, please.
Oh, they just had a conversation. This was so much easier 2 seconds ago. Ugh.
Incoming, I'm not sad, I'm disappointed. Or I'm not angry, I'm disappointed line. What would Thal do?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. For the conversation and what he's looking for, and then he changed the deal too. You'll see him struggling for a bit with the decision, and then he'll just unfortunately, Hornball, I will not be taking this deal. I know nothing of this devil that you would have us fight, and it was more advantageous when it was simply gathering an item.
Ah, the cruel sting of rejection. Do not fret, thou. You are not the first to turn me away at first.
I'm sure.
Is that all?
It seems for now our business is concluded.
Then till next time, Val. Please, don't be a stranger. And he kind of snaps and goes up into a puff of red smoke.
You'll just see Val just staring off into space for a little bit. I don't know if what I just did was the wise decision.
I guess it's hard to know once we're on one path, hard to know what could have been. Who's to say? Though you clearly see her tail move in such a manner that she's pleased with what happened.
Suppose one way or the other, we'll see what we're truly made of when this thing comes. But no shackles this day.
I think with proper preparation, I think we can do okay. And to do it alone without anyone else, well, less debt, less baggage. But you are still dealing with the devil, so who's to say what could happen?
He will no doubt aid the beetle in some way for spite. And one of us may very well die in this battle.
Oh, I don't think so. Devils are what they are, but drawing from the entire might of nature itself, I think I can give us the edge that we need. Plus, you have Basil with the genie and the might of the ocean on his side, Kabi with those excellent shots, you with the power of fire and other tricks. We have plenty.
You might notice a bit of a not really a wince, but just a reflex when you mention, the power of fire.
Does Holo recognize the wince?
Uh, yeah, I'd say so. He's not effectively good at hiding it as of yet.
You can do many things. And as we said with the black stone, it doesn't matter what the nature of the stone is, it's how you use it. Same thing. Fire can destroy, but it is also necessary for rebirth. It is what it is.
Yes. Well, anyway, let's I'll look around the camp. He'll just grumble to himself and, walk around for a bit.
Before you do that, Holo will say, Thal, thank you.
Oh, thank you for believing.
Belief is merely an extension of my own wisdom. Easy thing to do with you.
If you say so.
Alright, that's my roleplay. Our roleplay, thank you.
All right. Well, while all of that was happening, Kevin,
Hello.
as you prepare to take your rest for the night, you dream sweetly. It's kind, it's nice, it's nothing different going on until your head starts to hurt. You feel cold shivers kind of overtake your body, and the pain starts to grow more and more intense. So much so you finally open your eyes till you realize you're not in the desert anymore. It's dark, but the stony rocks carry that same weight, the same rocks that you've traveled across for many a year before venturing to this far away land. You're back in the southern mines.
Ah, well, what's going on here? And I'm gonna reach for the black shard dagger and draw it and look around.
As you reach for the black shard dagger, you realize it's not there. You see your regular knife, but the dagger you had is not there. Just your knife and the ruby in hand. Behind you, down the tunnels, you can hear shouting, familiar shouting, like a large group of kobolds saying, I think he's over here, guys. I think he's over here.
I'm gonna break off down the opposite way and just sprint away from the voices.
As you sprint away, you see a small tunnel that you're able to climb into and run down. You run, and run, your feet growing tired until you see a bit of light ahead. An exit. Surely it's an exit. As you approach, you see another kobold standing in front of you. Shy, nervous, and shaking, he says, Hey, you're not supposed to be here. As he pulls out his club. You get this weird cockiness overwhelming you as you smirk, noticing how shaky he is.
I dash forward and I smack his head with the butt of my dagger.
As you attempt to smack his head with the butt of your dagger, you realize something's wrong. Your hands are cold and wet. Your dagger bloody, as the kobold you meant to bash over the head reaches at his throat and says, Hey, help me! Help me! Dread fills you.
Just gonna stare down and kind of shocked horror at the body, but then just sprint out the tunnel.
As you sprint out the tunnel, the exit feels longer than usual. It just keeps going further and further back until you hear a voice in your ear. Blood-soaked hands, thieving fingers. Igrissa wants what's hers. I'll be there soon. There's no escape.
I'm gonna look around for the voice.
A maniacal laugh just kind of starts going where as you see a ruby tooth in someone's mouth. You continue running and running and running, your dagger pointed forward until you find yourself in familiar land. The sand in your feet as you've returned to the desert. You're awake now, but you have your dagger pointed, pressed up against the stomach of Eric, as he has his hands out wide and looks down on you. A rough night, Cubby.
I I'm sorry. I dreamt I was back in the mine, and it just uh, oh God. And I'll take a step back and kind of toss the dagger onto the sand.
As you toss the dagger onto the sand, the smile, the smirk, the laugh keep replaying in your head. I'm coming. Feel the black scales.
they're they're coming for me. They want the ruby. They want it back for their mistress. I took it those years ago. I took it.
Cubby, easy. Who is coming?
No, the ruby tooth kobold, the black scales. They serve the yeah they serve the priestess. Igrisidere was her name. The, I didn't know what it was that I was taking. It was just shiny.
Are you okay?
I I don't understand. I didn't mean to kill him. It was an accident.
He kind of places your hand on your shoulder. We all have things we need to redeem ourselves for, Cubby.
If I just if I hadn't run and I just hadn't hit that guy and taken off down the tunnel, I'd still be there. I just just living my life, just waking up, mining, going to bed, being with my clan. I wouldn't be here in this place with these strangers and this rock.
Are you? Hmm, it seems you're a bit unsure about your time here.
I don't know. I guess it just hit me at once. A nightmare. I just need to sit for a second. I was just a common kobold turned common thief. You know, wasn't wasn't meant for something like this. Now I'm carrying around the fragment of a goddess. I got being hunted by some order that have something to do with these rubies, and I keep making deals with this mysterious figure that I know nothing about, and it's you know just a kobold from the mines.
Eric kind of crouches down and says, "Yes, I say, probably is unfair to you. So much responsibility fell onto your lap."
Eh, And I just keep making bloody mistakes. I'm not a hero. I talk a big talk, and you know, I don't really do much except cause problems. I almost killed Holo, and just for a second, for a bit, I just get the feeling that I'd just like to go home, but I know that's not possible. Too much has happened. And he'll fall silent and just kind of stare and pick at the sand. I fucking hate sand.
If you weren't bound by this ruby, where would you go? Where would you like to be?
Oh, I'd like to be free. That's all I really wanted. Just freedom. Eh, But all I've known is the mines, but that's not freedom. We toiled away, never seeing the sun, and there's got to be a corner of this world where my kind is free to roam, free to just be. I'd like to see it.
Well, I do recall who was it as he seemed quite happy and free. Maybe you can go wherever he was.
I I don't know where he was from. All I have is his robes and the symbol of that eye, and that's really it.
Well, I suppose then you merely have to ask where he's from. You have a mutual benefactor, I believe.
I guess, yeah, I never really asked Enoch about Hetty. Honestly, Enoch doesn't strike me as the type of guy that remembers his dead former servants, but it's worth it. Yeah. Oh, I'll ask.
So I
And I'll
suppose. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll pull out the pendant. Um, I don't know if he'd want you here, Eric. You confuse me too much that I don't know if I'd be able to properly explain who you are.
I suppose. I will step away then. Though you did come to my bedroll.
Yeah, wait. No, you're right. I ran over here. God, what is wrong with me? And I'll walk down and I'll pick up the dagger and I'm just gonna head off kind of away from camp. And I'll probably walk like a solid 15, 20 minutes up a sand dune and maybe sit right on the other side of a sand dune.
You find it easy enough.
And I'll pull out the pendant and I'll just kind of shake it. Hey, uh, Enoch, can we talk?
Dark smog kind of slowly emanates from the pendant surrounding you, engulfing you in a complete blackness. You've been calling me more and more frequently, Kabi. Is something the matter?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, kind of. Just, I just had a question. Um, you, Etty, the kobold, was in your service for some time. Where was he from?
The veil.
The Vale. And where is this Vale?
It's not somewhere someone can get by normal means. But if you must know, it is where I reside.
Oh, really? Is that how Eddie came into your service? You're from the same place.
Yes, Etty has always been by my side, yes.
So in the Vale, Eddie as a kobold would have been free.
More or less. He worked as a merchant. And as you know, my terms are never really that egregious. I care mostly for information. So
Well,
long as that being shared, he was free to do as he wished.
and he traveled the world and gathered information from you and saw wonderful things and under the guise of a simple merchant, not a thief, not a adventurer, just a simple merchant.
As you are now doing, I believe. Or is something the matter?
It's just I I think I'm the wrong kobold for this job. I kind of muck things up with the whole towers thing, and if it wasn't for my group, that wouldn't have worked out quite as well as I think you had wanted. And you know, now I've got you know I'm trying to work with for you, and I got this ruby, and I just had a dream where apparently I'm being hunted actively. That's pretty scary. Wasn't expecting that. Should have anticipated it. Wasn't expecting it. And I don't know. Just I just wonder if it would be easier if perhaps I was more like Etty and my life and kind of my way of service was more akin to how he served you.
You're wishing to change your role.
Yeah, I think to something more beneficial and easy, not easier. I don't want to say easier. I can do the hard job. I've survived on my own up until fell in with this group. But I mean, just I'm a terrible thief. Let's be honest. I can sneak, but I'm not particularly good at stealing things. And even when I do steal them, I have a tendency to throw them right back while fleeing. Yeah, I mean, you're watching me. I assume you know how kind of uh, rough it's been.
I don't watch you 24/7, though I have
Well,
seen some of your blunders and some of your successes. But tell me, who is it that chases you? That's got you so worked up now.
it's I saw a brief vision of him before, but this time he was in my dreams. A black scale kobold with a ruby tooth, thing much like the ruby, serving Igrissa, who I stole this from originally. I was back in the mines and wasn't I don't know. I just some of the memories just didn't seem right. Uh, I heard his voice and I was running and running and the tunnel never ended.
Kind of pauses. Aggressor, you say. An unfortunate. Hmm. You're better off leaving that ruby behind, Cubby. I've heard rumors of her.
Y- You have?
She is quite the aggressive dragon, from what I understand.
Oh, uh, yeah. This damn rock has caused me nothing but trouble. I should just go over and bury it in the sand and forget about it.
Is that what you plan to do, Cubby? Bury it in the sand?
I mean, no, that would probably be a bit irresponsible. It is the, you know, fragment of a goddess. I don't know that Basil fella. He serves the dragons. I mean, he's probably more qualified, and the thing doesn't hurt him anymore. I gave him a lot of, a lot of shit for being a servant of the dragons and the dragonborn, but I mean, at least he had a place in this world. I, I think I'd leave it with the party. Just leave it.
So I suppose that gets down to the thick of it. You wish to leave the party.
Yeah, it's been fun, but I'm not cut out for this line of work.
I see. That is disappointing. But you have done what I asked. without any issues. If you wish to come to the Vale, I will bring you. But you keep that damnable rock away. I don't need those kind of problems here.
Really? Yeah. Okay. They they're probably, I could probably sneak back and put the rock back there. Uh um Sorry, something going on right up my side. A fire truck just pulled up. Uh what was I saying? Yes, I can go drop the rock off and I'll leave it with Eric. That's what I'll do. I'll do he can sort things out with the party. And I'll go get Shrub. And can Shrub come?
I suppose.
Okay. Yeah. 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 And then in the Vale, I'll still work for you, boss. I'll be your man. I'll become your new Eddie. Yeah.
I'll have other jobs for you to do. No worries, Copy.
Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, um, I guess I'll be back in like 10 minutes. I don't know if you're gonna hang out here or you want me to call you again.
I will summon you once I know the ruby is handed off.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Cool. Cool. Sounds good. Uh, I guess see you soon, boss.
I suppose so. You can kind of see the darkness kind of fade away, and you're back under the moonlight of the desert.
Then Cobby's gonna make his way back to camp, sneak back, and find Eric back at his bedroll.
How did your discussion go, Copy?
It went good. I did get a new job offer, so I am gonna take that. Consider this my immediate resignation. Sorry about that, boss. Uh, but I can't take this with me, and I'll pull out the ruby.
Would Basil be awake and on watch at this point? Or is this kind
No,
of
so
like.
this is all happening while Thal and Polo are doing their thing.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool. No, you're good.
So, do we hear this?
No, you guys are distracted by the whole Harrenball conversation.
Fair enough.
We'll say that when he was in his dream state, he is quite fleet of foot. It's like a tumbleweed, as far as you guys were concerned.
So I'll pull the ruby out and hand it to Eric. Yeah, can't take this with me, which is fine. I want to be done with the accursed thing. Whatever it is, it's too big for a kobold like me.
Kind of takes his hand out and grabs it from you. And this, you're sure this is what you want, Copy?
Uh, yeah, I think it's what's best for just, you know, everything and, you know. Yeah, I'm sure. Sorry I can't get you, to the end of your journey. But yeah, um I'm gonna go get Shrub, and will depart. Just quiet, all quiet, like no need to make any fuss, no need for any long drawn out goodbyes. I, I'll let you decide who to give the ruby to. And yeah, yeah. Let's just keep it at that. Uh, well, so long, Eric.
Uh, well, I hope wherever your journey brings you, these chains that bind you will be broken.
Yeah.
Here. And he holds out a sack of gold and drops it into your hand.
Ooh.
In payment for bringing us this far. Pouch of gold.
All right. Cool. I'll thank dart back to my bedroll. I'm gonna leave behind the immovable rod and the 2 potions of healing, and then I'm gonna collect shrub and dash back off into the desert
And I'll
to the dead
say,
of night.
as you're dropping the stuff off, and you kind of talking to Shrub and say, "Hey there, Shrub," blah blah blah. Basil, you would have turned your head to see Cobby, who just disappears into a cloud of black smoke and is gone, along with Shrub.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Basil would definitely kind of jolt awake and look up, jump up and um, everyone, wake up! Cobby's disappeared. Hello, Sal.
What? What do you mean Copy disappeared?
I don't know. I turned over and saw him just disappear in a puff of smoke. He's just gone.
He'll look around and look to where Cobby was sleeping. I guess he sees the items there.
Yeah, you just see the pile of the items that you left behind, the 2 potions and the dagger and the rod.
I took the dagger, unless you want me to leave it.
Oh, my fault. I thought I heard the dagger. You can take the dagger. I don't care.
Okay.
Why? Why would he leave behind these particular items?
I don't know. Do you think something might have taken him, or something might have happened?
Oh, perhaps might be the voice he mentioned a few times that he believed was coming from the rock he carried.
But he just wouldn't leave. We have things to do. He's here for the gold. He still needs to talk to Shrub. I was gonna teach him how to speak with creatures. He can't just leave. Oh, we'll go to the spot where he disappeared and just start digging in the sand. Where are you, stinky kobold?
Eric does his slow walk up to the group, holding the ruby in his hand.
If Thal will see that, and I think the realization will kick in. I see.
Yes, it seems the young kobold had a bit many stresses on his journey here and has decided to take on a different line of work.
Ola will grab him by the robe and say, "What do you know? Stop being coy like always. What did he tell you? What struggles?"
He was having dreams and was in the belief that some type of entity was coming for him because of this rock. He says, holding the ruby in his hand.
So he decided to run and leave his burdens with us.
He
No. He can't have just left. Mas said the ruby was to remain with him. I don't understand.
Well, things change, it would seem. Maybe the ruby will find its way back to him. Maybe the story of the ruby has changed. All I know is that Kabi was feeling less than here, and he wished to be more elsewhere.
Less
He was
than.
part of our group. He made us stronger. How could he think that? That stupid idiot.
He's clearly made his decision.
But if he could leave, will you lot leave too?
I have no intention of going anywhere anytime soon.
Yes, agreed. At the very least, we'll see this through to City of Brilliance. Whatever lies in wait for us there.
What do you plan to do with the gem, Eric?
I suppose that is the question. I could always hold on to it, he says, kind of clutching it. Though he did say I could give it to one of you to hold on to, if you wish to take upon that burden.
I think Val will look over at Basil. Well, care to carry a dragon goddess with you, Basil?
Well, that's quite a honor, responsibility. Well, keep it in the music box. I'm sure Midmar wouldn't mind keeping it safe as well. Others,
Others? You have more of these gems in the box?
no, nothing quite like that. A story for another time. There's clearly something else happening right now. A little important. Um,
Well, I know that I have no designs on this gem, and if I'm being completely honest, I can't say that I wouldn't experiment with it if it was in my possession.
no. That would not be. It would not be the best of ideas, I believe. Um. Yes, I will. I will take it unless Holo, you have any objections. Keep it in box with Midma.
Holo looking at the spot where coffee disappeared. No objections.
It will be fine. Hello. He's made a choice, and that is all any of us can. It's all any of us can count on.
He made his choice not to finish the job, and that's why we're here. We're here to finish a job. That's all.
Eric does kind of place his hand on the shoulder of Waldo and says, I promise it has nothing to do with getting away from you, Waldo, if that's what you're concerned for. He merely has things he needs to figure out for himself.
Uh, Looking over the stuff that he's left, seems at the very least he decided to keep the dagger. That might have been more useful here, but I suppose.
Perhaps it will help keep him too.
Yes.
I guess that will pick up the potions and the rod. Do any of you care to have any of these, or should I just hold on to them? Very well. I'll give the one of the potions to Basil.
It was just a standard potion of healing.
Yes. You can confirm for me, Zach, because I actually don't really know. I assume.
Yeah, they were just two potions of healing.
Are you going to be all right? Hello.
Yeah. Because you see her hands ball into fist. I guess it's just a job. It was stupid of me to look at this group and think it was home. Not.
Even families depart for a time, but there are those who remain.
Paula kind of shakes her head, clearing her head, and looks at you and takes your meaning. Yes, family goes, but they come back. They're found. You're right.
What time is it? Is it still nighttime, like dead of night, or is it like creeping
Yeah,
into
it's
the
still the dead of night because it's basically after your whole exchange with Harrenball.
Well, Basil, I suppose since you're up, looks like you may be taking this next watch alone.
Yes, of course.
Well, let's hope for a less eventful continuation to the night.
Yes. If that is all, you can give me your perception check, Basil. Oof, nobody's noticing shit tonight. The night continues on. Nothing of note occurs. Uh,
During my watch, could I would try attempt to summon Vidmar out of the box. I already
oh,
used
I
my
mean,
once a day use of jumping inside of it.
sure, yeah. We'll say that Midmar, the box opens wide, but he doesn't come out. You just hear his voice and go, "Yes, Basil."
Well, hello. Been a bit of turn of events, and understand that you said that the ruby should remain with Colby, but he left the ruby behind. But it would be best if, at least I kept it in the music box with you and the air.
But he left. How can this be?
I don't know. I don't have any information. He simply chose to leave. Yes. Pick up the pieces, I suppose.
That is admittedly unexpected.
Agreed. But I'm not exactly comfortable just keeping this in my pack. I think it should be somewhere guarded and secure and, well, much like where you reside. What's one more item under your charge, yes? And perhaps it would be good for the heir to have a piece of his, well, grandmother, I suppose? Sorry, I'm still a little shaken from that.
Yes, I can watch it. Yes. Yes, this could be good, yes. Yes. He says kind of weakly.
Well, very good then. I'll just place it right here, and he kind of just very gently just drops the ruby inside the music box.
Yes. Sorry, Basil, this is giving me much to think over. Please, give me some time.
Of course. Sorry to add to, well, our burdens in all this. Much like this entire situation, not much of a choice.
No, we don't, it seems.
Right. Again, apologies for disturbing you. I understand your weakened state. Rest is probably quite important. I will focus my attention on more immediate matters.
Right.
I'll just kind of gently close the music box and put it aside.
Hmm? No. As a as the sun comes up from the watch, you can hear some distant shouting to your north, though you're not sure what it is, but it sounds like someone is upset or distressed.
This is like the end of the long rest and everything. I start hearing this.
Yes. And you know what, guys? Actually, it's like almost 8. Let's take 10. Let's take 10. Or 5, actually,
Sounds good.
before we dive into the next portion. Sorry to lead you on there.
You're good.
Zach, what the fuck?
So, Basil, hold on, let me see if this music fits. Definitely not.
I'd
we'll
say
go with-
flute salad.
He did. Basil, as the sun starts to come up bringing upon the end of your watch, you can hear some distant shouting not too far from the north.
Have the rest of the party started to stir yet, or are they still pretty heavy in their slumber?
I would say they're still asleep. It would require you to wake them up.
He'll kind of just slowly and quietly like walk to each of them and kind of gently shake their shoulders, like, "Yeah, hello, Captain. Yeah, shouting voices, sounds of distress."
Ugh. Don't tell me we're going to save more people.
Save or kill them. Really, only two options.
Let's see who it is. Kabi, could you go? See what the blasted noise is about.
As you kind of make your way over the hill of this sand dune, because I imagine you guys are all going to go check it out, yeah?
Yeah.
Holo was storming off in that direction.
So your feet kind of slam into the sand and you climb over the dune. You see a group of 6 red orcs surrounding like a hole in the ground, and they're pulling something up out of it. You also see a smaller hooded figure pointing down at the hole. You can hear faint bits of her being like, "Come on, lift with your legs! With your legs!"
Looks with red skin, like the orc in the construct.
Should we be wary of them?
Holo have any knowledge of red-skinned orcs, or has she only known green-skinned?
She only knows the green.
I've never seen orcs with skin like this. I'd imagine they only live in this desert. But I can reason with them, I think. Cultures can't be that different.
I suppose, at the very least, they may have information that could be useful. But let us be cautious.
Shall I go in first and then you two can back me up should things go south? I can always run.
I'd say we'll go together. You never know what may be going on. But we'll let you do the talking.
Yes, follow my lead, and if I say run, we run. Okay?
Good.
And I hope I don't turn into that form yesterday. Well, my head's not hurting, so we'll hope for the best and hope I don't have to do that.
The old human saying, fingers crossed.
It's a bit of a silly saying. Hull does take off her cloak and stuff it back in the wagon. Best to be open with orcs. They don't appreciate subterfuge. Hull will head in that direction with the most swaggy walk she can. Confident, exuding no fear as she approaches this group of, it was 6 redskin orcs and a robed figure pulling at something out of the ground. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not doing it stealthily, huh?
Correct. She's walking up and she yells, "Hail!"
The orcs kind of pull and ground and try to pull this large item out of the hole, and then they hear you go hail and turn around, and one goes, "Oh, it's Ashka!" Then the robed figure turns around and looks very wide-eyed. What you see is a brown-skinned girl with short, curly white hair that curls just below her ears, with brazen yellow eyes staring at you, very wide. She looks at you with a smile and then notices you more and frowns. She says, "That's not Ashka," and pulls out her rapier pointed towards you. The other orcs kind of stand at the ready as if guarding the object, while this elvish girl, she holds her rapier pointed at you, but you can see her hand shaking ferociously. Halt! Halt, I say!
In Orcish, she'll say, "No need to point the sword at me unless you mean to use it, and I'd imagine, based on your shaking, you would not want to use it. Put it away."
She kind of looks to the other orcs. What did she say? She said, "Put the sword away, unless you mean to use it." Perhaps she's a warrior. "Oh, I know how to use a sword, all right," she says, keeping it pointed at you, still shaking.
Below sighs, "Oh, come on, girl. I mean, you no harm. You're a curious traveler looking for information. May we speak?"
She kind of steps in front of she steps in front of the large hole and says, "If you're here just for words, fine."
Well, let me at least approach you. Come on now. Is this scar really that scary? Hell, is this scar really that bad?
It can be intimidating.
When Thal speaks, the orcs all turn their head to them and they start whispering. "You're far away from home," the elf says.
And who's to say where my home is?
"The volcano's to the north. We know of you."
Well, you'll also know that we are not relegated to stay there. Do you have a problem with my kind?
"Just a caution."
Well, I can say I mean you no harm if you bear no harm to me and mine.
She again kind of stares at you, Holo, looking you up and down.
What are you looking at? Is my appearance that exotic? I guess it is. I've never seen anyone quite like myself, but what do you see in me?
She kind of keeps staring at you and then keeps her blade pointed. "I see exotics, yet familiarity. Where are you from?"
Free green. No longer associated.
"And what is the free grade?"
Both the 1,000 orcs, 9 dryads looking to spread the green. I guess this desert is very isolated then. Have you never been outside this circle of mountains here?
The orcs all start whispering. You can hear one of them say, "But you're outside the sands. What? Oh, what?" She says, "No, we've all lived our life here rather comfortably. It makes me wonder why someone from outside would want to come in."
I dare say we have some information to exchange then. And I see you lot are struggling with something. How about this? We help you get out of the hole. We have a nice little powwow, a nice little information exchange. Would be beneficial to all, I'd imagine. Again, with the sword, I assure you, if I wanted to, that sword would have no impact upon me if I willed it so. Please, it is unnecessary.
Hmm. One of the orcs says, "Should we ask if she has anything valuable?" She kind of punches that orc and says, "No, stop, stop. Fine. No weapons." She sheaths her little rapier and puts her hands up. "Just conversation. Over by the rock over there." She tilts her head.
Sounds good. Do you require assistance with this whatever this is I'm looking at here? She motions towards the hole.
"No, no, I think my companions can handle it just fine."
Let's have a seat. In Thal and Vassal's minds, I don't think they know what our weapons look like.
Yeah, Thalon will just smile at that. Can he see over the cliff to see what they're trying to bring up?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, I'll give you a perception check. What? No. And she kind of meets you guys over by the rock near the hill and says, "So, what brings you to us?"
Wolves, mainly.
As you get a good look at her, guys, you do notice that her garb is quite unique. The first thing you notice is that it looks like she's, for lack of a better term, almost cosplaying as a bandit. Very loose leathers, daggers at her hip, wires, looks like a lockpicking set. But then you notice the familiar necklace around her neck, similar to the one Benedict had way back in Winters. A pendant of the sun.
Interesting. Have you ever heard the term L'Oreal before?
Just kind of looks at you. "Have you ever heard the name Ashka before?"
I've not. Who is this Ashka?
Interesting. I suppose before we get into that, why do you believe we would know anything about this L'Oreal?
Because I have a feeling she is here in this desert, and there are perhaps a few wolves that have a history here. Wolves that might be powerful beings, perhaps even deities. No
That's
folklore, no stories. You've never heard that name before, L'Oreal. And yeah, Ashka, is that a deity of sorts? A wolf deity?
no, not a deity. Yes, we've heard the name L'Oreal before. Not much. Why the interest?
So one thing I hear, she looks like me, but I've not seen any like me before. Have you?
Hard to say. We see all types of sorts in these parts.
Is she being coy? Does it seem like she actually has?
Give me an insight check. She definitely has.
Now, this was to be an exchange of information. Withholding information, while I'm giving so much, we would need to resolve this in another way. A reward for giving you such information. I assure you, your words will be better to give than anything else. And she kind of glowers at her as she says this. Care to try again?
You're perceptive.
Well, I am Whole of the Wise Wolf. Of course I am. Lies never get past me.
The Wise Wolf. That's quite the title.
Title earned, not given. Now please, if you would, tell me what you know.
If you don't know Ashka, do you know the name Mana?
No.
She kind of sits there and whispers to herself, pondering for a second. Wow. That is surprising. And you're from outside the desert?
Yes. And from the outside, no one seems to know anything in this desert, or very few people do. Seems as though this wall really cuts off all manner of information and travel. We barely survived the journey through, actually. So,
Yes.
go ahead.
The sands can be a harsh place, especially without a ship. Unless you have a ship somewhere?
Now, you surely speak in riddles. Why would a ship be useful in a desert, unless you're speaking of travel along the coast, maybe?
Kind of looks at you for a bit and then chuckles to herself. Well, I guess that confirms you are outside the desert.
Yes, we've confirmed it thrice over. Can we move on from that? Yes, we're outsiders.
I'm sorry. One that looks like you knows nothing of Ashka or Mana comes out of nowhere asking questions about lost gods. I'm acting with an abundance of caution. You could be an inquisitor for all I know.
Holo sighs and puts a hand on her head. You could guess what my next question's going to be.
Well, I suppose an exclamation can be made within reason. Are there others with you?
Yes.
Well, have them come forward. No need to hide our hands. You already see mine. She points out to the other red orcs.
What's in the hole?
I could try to explain it to you, but I'm not 100% sure you'd understand given the information you lack.
Holo gives like an angry grimace as she tries to hold back some of her anger. Explain it slowly.
Well, to put it plainly, we're not quite sure. An artifact of the past is what we assume.
Nothing dangerous, I'm guessing.
We're not sure. We've only just stumbled across it.
And I suppose you're archaeologist out here.
No, not quite. Well, you could call us a mixed profession.
Yes. That'll Basil, did we want to show our hand from here, or do we just leave? I don't think this, miss has been forthcoming. In fact, I don't even know your name. What is your name?
It's rude to ask for a name without offering yours.
I've given you mine.
She kind of smirks and then kind of scratches her head a bit, kind of nervously, as she realized she kind of caught herself looking stupid. Right! Um, just testing. Suhara is my name. She kind of squints her eyes, watching your expression closely.
Holo does smile. Thank you. This is Thalrin. Basil.
What of this Inquisitor that you mentioned?
Well, I suppose Inquisitor is not the right term. Here in the Soul Sea, there is a belief in one deity and one deity only. My compatriots in are here to prove that that is not the case, which ruffles some feathers.
And good.
Hence, the possibility of those who would interfere, ergo the nickname Inquisitor.
And what is this deity that you follow and the one that rules over these lands?
The deity we investigate is L'Oreal, as your friend seems to be aware of. And the deity we all know of, she kind of points her finger up to the sun, is Soul.
I suppose they are the god of the sun.
Yes, the ever burning, the ever bright truth.
It certainly feels presence out here. It's quite warm.
Well, his warmth strengthened us, they say.
Do you say?
I am trying to learn what I can, so it's hard for me to say.
I can sympathize with that. Those in power control the information and dole it out as is convenient to them. It is up to the others to figure out the actual truth of the matter. I can appreciate such pursuits.
She kind of smiles and says, well, I think Ashko might like you.
Oh. Say more. Who is this Ashka?
Well, she is. And as she says that, you can hear a roar out in the distance as a rain of acid falls down upon four of the orcs, immediately melting them down into the dirt.
Was that?
She kind of scaredly draws her sword and points up and says, to the sky! As you see a flying green beast kind of swooping all around in sand swirls as it lands right in front of you. A wyvern, and on its back, a dragonborn blackened scale with a large sword over his shoulder, looks down at all of you. Kind of scans the area, looks at you, Holo, looks at you, Thou, and then his eyes drop to you, Basil. A snake far from home.
Basil's eyes just kind of kind of narrow. Yes, quite.
Kind of keeps looking around and looking around. Tell me, Snake, who is your master?
Kind of hesitates for a brief second, and then kind of straightens up his back and proudly announces, Lord Aethelwulf Baracus.
Him. Very well. Snake of Lord Aethelwulf. I'm searching for a kobold that we believe to be in this area. Have you seen it?
He kind of just gestures around them. There are no kobolds here.
Yes, just dead filth, it seems. Looking at the melted down orc bodies in the sand. Suhara Holo, having her sword at the ready, still shaking behind you. So, no kobolds in this area, yet our intel says that they were.
Well, if they were, they certainly aren't now. Why might you be searching for such kobolds?
kind of hops off the wyvern's back and steps forward and plants the sword into the sand, where you see at the hilt a glowing chunk of ruby humming in the desert sands. Do you know what this is?
I might be. Yeah?
With that, he squints his eyes. Might be.
Yes.
What's a damnable sword? What else would it be? Who are you?
Kind of just looks at you, Holo, and then looks back at Basil. Do you know who I am, boy?
I not say that I do. But you clearly recognize my master's name. I assume you are from Mubea.
You assume correctly. I suppose it was a long shot for the servant of that fool to know anything. Very well.
You will not speak of my lord in such a way.
He kind of pauses for a second. Oh! The snake has venom.
This snake is pride, honor. You will carry yourself with such. Please.
Pride and honor. You, a snake, scaled in the neck, hiding it.
Basil's very tense, but holds his tongue further.
Seems he has more sense than you, who has lost their quarry.
And what do we have here? What is this entourage? Where is your master, anyways? How does a snake end up on his own out in the desert?
We were separated. I've been in search of him ever since.
Well, if you're separated, then perhaps you can call into my service until you find him. If you find him. Come along now. We have to go find this kobold and this ruby.
I will not. I am bound to Master Aethelwolf. And I know not your name or where you are from, aside from our home isle.
He squints his eyes and turns around. You will not.
You are not my master.
Last I checked, any of your kind are beneath us. As far as I'm concerned, my word is the word of God. I am your master in this situation.
You would make for a puny god.
Brow kind of furrows and then he scratches his head. This is such nonsense. I have authority from the dragon Igrissa. Do you recognize that name, Snake?
Of course. Lordess of the Southern Mines.
Then you understand that my word is higher than even that of other dragonborn. So when I say you will come into my service, you will. lest you end up in the same fate as these scum. And you can see the remaining two orcs kind of start drawing their axes, clearly agitated and ready to instigate something.
Do you truly have time for this? Clearly your mistress sent the dog out to fetch something. This one has already had a mission from his master that he is carrying out. Do you have time to quibble with the lower folks, as you say?
He kind of flicks the ruby at the end of his sword and watches as it kind of hums in the sand. Yes, I have time, because you're all not being truthful with me. So again, I ask, where is the kobold?
Again, we say, not here.
Then let me be specific. Where is the gem?
With him.
Yes, the pesky little kobold. Yes, we did see him. He stole it from us and he ran away. It is not here anymore. The damnable kobold. And Holo tries to bring out some real anger from that, from his actual disappearance. He's not here. Look elsewhere.
You made a deception check. At disadvantage. Did he now? Well, suppose if he stole it then. Very well. I'll make my leave for now.
You have yet to reveal your name, sir.
I guess I have. No, it's above your station. Kind of hops on the back of his wyvern.
Basil kind of tries to speak subtly under his breath, just so the closest two can hear him.
What is it?
He just kind of gives her his eyes kind of go wide, like you know what it is kind of look.
Same type of. Is that a dragon? And we can speak plainly if I've completely missed what the ruby stands for.
That's Basil's assumption, yes, that it's another piece of Ubea ruby.
Are you sure?
Quite yes.
I mean, are you sure you want to do this?
No. It is now mine. Again, his eyes kind of narrow at the Dragonborn. Trust. This one's in.
Well, let's hope we survive this fight. And I guess that with that, Thauron will step forward. One thing before you go.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I will throw a pulse wave at him. So quickly, kind of like around him and the dragon, you'll see two little black holes form and grow exponentially and then explode outward.
Oh, guess he fails.
Huh. Oh, that's amazing. I guess this will go for him and the wyvern since they're both in the same vicinity. Wyvern fails too. All right. So we are going to. I'm not going to pull them towards me, but it'll push them 15 feet away, and that's 6d6 of force damage. And if he has any unsecured items or anything, they are also pushed away from him.
You can see he and the wyvern get, you said, pushed back 15 feet?
Yep.
Pushed back 15 feet. The sword in his hand kind of flings out and falls into the sand next to him. As the wyvern lets out a pained roar, and he goes, "Okay." And you guys can go ahead and place your tokens somewhere on that big rock where Suha is and roll initiative.
Show us the elf.
Top of the round. He said how much damage, Chris?
They took 24. Yeah, 24 damage. So did that technically count as a surprise because he wasn't expecting it?
I think Jeff was nice enough to let you do that at all.
That's true. That's very true. Well,
He kind of says, "Okay, I guess this is how it's gonna be." Gets up, grabs his sword, but before he does anything, he pulls out a whistle and blows a high-pitched sound that can be heard far and wide as you hear distant roars. The orcs that remain looking over their dead comrades and back at Suhara also give out their own yellish war cry and say, "Okay." Gonna go up to the first one. Kind of. And you can kind of see him just go up to this one orc with the sword as he's walking up to you guys, swings his sword to the sides and splits it in half, from top to bottom, as the top half of the orc falls into the desert sand and steps over. Ends his turn there. The other orc, kind of seeing this, it freaks out a bit and is going to dash to where you guys. Basil, your go.
Basil going to, because he's got the wand in one hand, the music box in the other, and just from the wand, Eldritch blasts at Dragonborn.
Uh, 24 does hit.
Yay. I think only one gets the plus 10 plus 14. 24.
And he does take the 24.
Kind of just take a few steps back this way, a little further up the rock. My turn?
Holo. And guys, let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. Sorry.
We can always change it on our end too.
Yep, you're good.
Hole will get onto the sand where she now feels a little bit more comfortable. Swift, you might say. And because I've been prepared for the beetle fight in advance, Holo will raise her hands to the sky, and you see a whirlwind of sand beneath the wyvern with hands made of sand coming up to grab it. I'm going to cast Earthbind on the wyvern. Strength save 15. If it fails, it has 0 flying speed.
Oh. Guess that's 0 flying speed.
So you see it kind of get mucked up with these hands of sand grasping at it, at its wings, not allowing it to fly freely. Focus on the Dragonborn. I'll try to keep the wyvern at bay. And you'll see Holo having both hands up. You see whirlwinds of sand on her own hands as she continues to concentrate on that spell, and she'll end her turn there.
Ow.
Alright. Let's see what we can do. How far are we? Close enough. Alright. See, I think a bit different for this spell. You'll see his eyes go purple as he draws a few runes in the air, and it almost seems as though they disappear as soon as he finishes it. But you'll see a bit of magic flowing around the Dragonborn's eyes, and this will be attempt to cast Phantasmal Force.
On the Dragonborn?
Yep. So that's an
That's,
intelligence save.
You made that one.
Oh. Right then. No effect from that. And I think that is about all I can do. Yeah, that's it for me.
Top of the round, you can see the effect of the whistle take. Ah. Second wyvern swoops in from the sky and picks up the dragonborn. It's gonna keep it like that because it's being, yeah. Picks up the dragonborn and he said, "Now we're in my elements." Naturally, he's going to fly up to you, Holo. Not far enough to reach, but that's not enough to stop him because he is going to spit some acid out at you. And I guess, yeah, no, this is a line. Yeah. You make the save. So you take half the damage. So you take 10 damage. 10 acid damage.
Okay, 10 acid damage. She maintains concentration on her spell on the other wyvern.
That'll be it for him. Basil.
Does the elf girl get a turn? I didn't see her on the turn.
Oh, I could have sworn I added her, but it didn't work. We'll say she goes last in the turn order, so she says, "Oh, and walks up to you, Holo, and says, "Here, I can help." She's gonna cast Shield of Faith on you. So, yeah, +2 AC. That'll be it for her.
Nice. Also, if you want the Dragonborn token on top, I think you can right-click on it and do to the front, the top. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
Also, Holo, when you got hit with that acid damage, you could feel a rumbling in the sand.
Okay.
Basil, you're go.
Basil will... He's going to target the Dragonborn with 2 more Eldritch Blasts, hoping to knock him off of his mount.
Go for it. I just noticed that the wyverns aren't on there either. What the hell? But yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, I will use Inspiration to re-roll that first attack.
Go for it.
Come on, crit. Still good.
Still good. Alright, so the first one gets the +3. Second one is another 10. 21 total.
21.
Knocked back another 20 feet, if that's possible.
Yes. But what he's going to do is he's going to have the wyvern take the damage. He kind of flies up, and the attacks hit the wyvern in the belly. And how much total damage?
21. Take a few steps back like that.
Anything else for your turn?
No, that'll be it.
Holo.
Yeah, Holo. Before we go further, do you want to just have the wyvern go last like the elf?
Yeah, I'm going to have all of them just go last. The orc, the wyvern, the elf. Yeah.
Gotcha. Holo will say, "There's something underneath the sands. Don't come out here." how big the rumble?
It is subtle at the moment.
Okay. How high up is the wyvern rider?
30 feet up.
Kala will keep her concentration, and she is going to morph into a giant spider. And she is going to use web on the wyvern. Attack rolls 22. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Right. So it takes no damage, but it is restrained.
The question
Which-
is, what does restrain mean for something that's flying?
I want to say for Xanathar it means they fall to the ground, but don't take fall damage. I'll check. Flying creatures without hover fall when their speed is reduced to 0. Are they hovering? I don't think wyvern's hovering, so I think they would basically fall.
Yeah. So 30 feet. So what's that? 3d6? What's the fall down?
Yes. Hello is gonna back up a little bit. She is gonna remain on the sand in hopes that she can maybe get a gauge on what is under the sand and how soon it might be here.
I believe you just rolled 3 ones on that. What the fuck?
Yeah, what a bitch.
Right?
Yeah, after doing that hole will end her turn, and yeah, I think that'll be it.
So the wyvern comes crashing down after you shoot it with webs, and the dragon lord goes, "Ah!" Foul.
Okay. Alright. Phantasmal didn't work. I wasn't 100% prepared for this. I wonder if they're resistant against fire.
You gonna ball him?
Let's find out, shall we? So yeah, just like before, an enormous god of fire rises up and then begins to compress, and then he launches it forward at the Dragonborn and the Wyvern. And fireball.
And they all make a deck save, yeah.
Yep.
You hitting all of them or just focusing it on the front one?
I think it should be able to hit pretty much a good, because it's a 20-foot thing. Yeah, yeah, I'm just focusing on the right on him. I don't think there's a way that I could. I mean, I guess I could do that and get them both.
Jeez, man. What was that, 31?
Yep.
Damn. Oh, let me get him. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
at least he makes it.
Yeah, he takes half.
And that is gonna burn the webs off of the wyvern, so he can move as normal.
Didn't think about that one.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with the damage.
How are these guys? How are these wyverns looking?
The wires are looking black.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's I guess I'll move back a smidge. And that's it for me.
All right. This wyvern back here is going to dash up to here. And this one is going to take flight again.
Wasn't one of them being held?
So he can't fly. It only reduces his flying
fly.
speed. But
I
he can crawl. So basically, if you want to imagine it, you got these giant sand hands kind of holding him down, and he's kind of crawling his way through the sand, ripping up the particles as he's making his way towards you. But he can't quite reach you. This one, however, will get up to you, Hole. As the rider, as the wyvern is going to walk up and attack you. Once with its bite, and I imagine 13 misses.
Yeah, 13 misses, looking for a 14. So the spider dodge, skitters to the left.
Stinger?
Stinger hits.
So he kind of flicks his stinger out as he misses the bite, striking you right in the abdomen. Go ahead and give me that con save.
Con save, and I have some math to do. And the con save I'm hitting is half of 38.
Oh, these are two different con saves, then, I guess.
I think that's an open question. I would see that as like 37 total damage. I guess you could see it as 2. What do you think?
Oh, no, it's just because this is the con save to see if you take all that poison damage or not.
Oh, I see.
Because if you make that save, you take only half that poison damage.
Touche. Yeah, I was thinking too far ahead. All right. I'm using the spider con score, but my proficiency. So it's this plus 3.
Okay, well, you succeed.
Okay.
And because you rolled a nat 20, we'll even say that you still are able to hold concentration. We won't even do the second roll.
Okay, cool. So 37 divided by 2. So Holo will take that damage rounded down, which is 18, which she holds onto her spider form for now. But it is only damage and leaking sand.
It lets out a voracious roar as the stinger strikes you. But just as the stinger strikes you, you can hear a rumbling in the ground. Intensity comes from the hole where these orcs were digging in. And out comes... Go ahead and take it from here.
Emerging from the hole, you just see one metal hand like slam on the
Shit.
sand, and the being hefts itself up, and its left hand it wields a great flail, and it looks around. Its its purple glowing eyes taking in the sight in front of it. Y'all fighting the wyverns and rider. Its skin is metal, a dull green oxidized metal. It takes the flail in both hands and just roars, "Stand!" and then charges the wyvern.
Go ahead and drop your token. Go for your attack, and then you can roll your initiative.
Okay.
Bad lad did it. He became a warforged.
Nice.
And I will use Divine Smite.
Woo! Oh man, he's blowing his smite, popping the smite cherry.
Paladin. Okay.
Then my initiative. So he just two hands the great flail and brings it down on the wyvern's back, and as it connects, there's a great rupture of light as the three spiked balls the size of a child's head just connects with the wyvern's back.
Yep, and it does give out a bellowed roar as in pain as it is shocked by this attack out of nowhere and just screams.
And I will need to make one more roll just to see how this goes. Oh, okay. Alrighty. That's lucky for everybody. And that'll be my turn.
Suhara, seeing this turn of events, looking back at her orc companion, says, "Well, we can't let them all take the shine." She looks at the wyvern that is being ridden, pulls out her rapier. As you can see, fiery snakes wrap around it. She points it forwards, and three of them take fire at it. But only two hit it. Is that 20? The other orc, seeing that, kind of runs up, takes his javelin and shoots it, throws it at the one that you're attacking. And misses, not able to keep up the momentum created by his cohort. The Dragonborn sees this, is gonna run down off of the wyvern and look at you, Hollow, and says, "Ah, unfortunately for you, I hate insects." He's gonna take his big colossal bone sword and swing it at you. Missing.
Oh, she skitters to the side again.
Saying, "I'm not done yet." And swings it again.
That one connects.
And then you take a big slash across the abdomen, but you also feel the effects reaching your mind, creating quite a throbbing headache, hitting you for some psychic damage.
Yeah, it hits the spider, which explodes into a cloud of sand as you see Holo bloodied underneath of it. So she's gonna take 8 of the damage, kills off the spider form, and then she'll take another 11 damage underneath, and she is bloodied after that.
Bloody, you said?
Yeah.
Give me a charisma save.
Oh my god.
You can feel anger start to take hold, frustration kind of ripping through your mind as this throbbing headache hits you. But you're able to just breathe in, breathe out, and calm it down.
Interesting thing you've done to me. She maintains concentration.
The Dragonborn kind of looks to the wyvern, kind of gives it a head nod pointing towards the direction, and ends his turn. Basil, here we go.
Thinking about shrines. You know what? Yeah, I will bonus action cast Hex. on the Dragonborn. And then follow up immediately with 2 more Eldritch Blasts.
I have to make a save? Am I reading that right? Or am I wrong? That just hits?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hex
I
is
think it just
automatic.
hits.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
automatic.
that's nice.
He gets that, and I will choose. He will have. Let's say strength checks. Yeah? No. No, we'll say wisdom checks. Yeah, he'll have disadvantage on ability checks with wisdom.
Copy that.
Yeah, follow up with 2 Eldritch Blasts. For the increased damage, hopefully. Ain't it?
You feel just as that blast is about to hit, you know it's going to hit dead center when his sword glows a bright red and a shield pops up, knocking the blast away.
Damn. That again, he'll just kind of take a couple more steps back from the edge. Just over there.
You can hear as you're scurrying away, he says, "I'm coming for you, Fork Tongue."
Be my turn.
Zach.
Yes. I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the wyvern I am attacking. And then I am going to just do 2 attacks with my Great Flail. So 22, I assume that hits.
Yes.
Alrighty, no Divine Smite, so just straight. There we go. Another 1. I've been rolling a lot of woes. And then it'll take an additional 1d6. Then I'm going to attack again. Oop, that misses. No, it gives me advantage. No. Yeah. No, only advantage on perception or survival checks. Okay. It's the vow of enmity that gives me advantage. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, I'll do those 2 attacks. Hit the first one, dealing 9, then missing the second one. How's the wyvern looking?
It is pretty bloody.
Okay. And then the purple gem on my chest glows whenever I hit. Gives off a faint pulse. And that'll be my turn.
Hold up.
Would it be too meta to ask what happens if I fail a charisma check but have no wild shape charges?
I thought I wrote it in there, but you can expect that you will still change.
Okay, because I know, yeah, I lose a charge, but it doesn't say if it's already at 0. Okay. Holo is, oh man, she's in melee range of both of them.
Indeed.
Okay. Holo is going to maintain concentration on her Earthbind. She is going to transform into the crowd pleaser with the whirl of sand and a howl at the moon. The dire wolf appears, and wyvern bloodied, man bloodied.
The wyvern is bloody. The man is fine.
Okay, Holo's gonna go after the wyvern. And she's side-eyeing that dragonborn. If he tries to leave her range, she's gonna hit him. So yeah, I will attempt to bite. Bite.
Definitely hit.
All right. So 18, and I am gonna try to knock the wyvern prone. Strength DC 13.
Damn, I'm just failing all of these.
Wyvern's
Yeah.
weak.
You kind of jump up with your wolfish form and grab the wyvern by the neck and able to drag it down to the ground as it kind of squirms up, legs flailing up as it screams out in pain. It is very mortal right now.
Holo will growl, feral growls and snarls as she tries to rip this thing's throat out and ends her turn like that.
Foul.
All right. This guy is moving. The other two are fighting the wyverns. Let's do some good old. Well, this is in a 10-foot radius. That. Is that still hitting Holo, or is she like right outside of it?
It's technically in her square.
If I...
Not to be an asshole.
No. I mean, completely understandable.
Yeah,
We'll
hit
try-
Holo, see what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. All right. Since there's no way that I can get that flowing, at level 2, we'll go ahead and drop some magic missiles. Da, 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 da. So that would be 4. And this is going towards the Dragonborn. I rolled like garbage. So 9 damage to the Dragonborn.
Shots hit him in his back as he kind of recognizes what's going on and says, "Ugh, surrounded."
Yep. We'll move over this way so we're not really in a line. And that will be it for me.
Suhara, seeing the situation at hand, is going to go up and try to assist you all by trying to take out this wyvern. It's one hit. But not quite able to kill the wyvern. It has injured it greatly. The other orc is gonna try and assist you. And miss. Okay, I'm not rolling well today. Glad I'm not a player. The wyvern, kind of frustrated seeing it surrounded, knowing that it can't necessarily escape. It's going to try to take you out, Holo, being that you are the biggest threat in its face.
21 hits.
And then here comes the stinger.
Ding me, daddy. I mean, 15 hits.
Didn't you have the Shield of Faith thing? Does that
Oh,
increase
you
it
do have the Shield of Faith. Yeah.
Oh, I do. Yeah, so my AC is 16.
All right, so we can ignore the stinger. It's able to get at you with a bite on the shoulder as it's trying to fight for its escape, and then it flings its stinger at you. But the Shield of Faith is, I guess, a proper rotation at that moment, able to deflect the stinger before it can make contact on you. The other wyvern, seeing that it's surrounded, is gonna go after you, Zach.
Mhm.
Same, nice little bite.
17 misses.
Yeah.
That
Misses,
misses as
yeah.
well.
Ending its turn.
Yeah.
It's going to. No, I can't do nothing. Everybody, give me a perception check. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, okay, that's it. Top of the Dragonborn says, "Ugh. Don't get in my way." He's going to make one slash at each of you. Actually, yeah, no, he's gonna make one slash at each of you. So that one will hit Suhara.
She'll need a concentration check on the shield.
Which she holds.
Keep my AC up.
But you can see she's getting close to blood. And then one at you, Holo.
Looking for 16.
Just can't do it. He's kind of getting frustrated, too many things going on, and then he kind of yells and says, "What the fuck is this damnable shaking?" Basil, you're going.
Tried and true. Still focusing on Hex and everything. He's just gonna launch 2 more Eldritch Blasts at Dragonborn.
The second one does hit.
That extra damage plus the Hex damage. Sorry, just the 2, not that extra 4. I forgot to undo. So it is 13 plus 15. 15 total.
He is now looking bloodied.
Take a few more steps back this way. That'll be it.
Zach.
Okay. And just to confirm, with the orc standing where he's standing, we are flanking, correct?
Yes.
All right. I will take my first hit.
Do him in.
It's 23. Just to confirm.
Yeah, definitely hits. Yeah.
It'll take this much damage. And then if it's still alive, I will hit it again.
It is still alive.
Okay.
Now mortal.
15.
15 does hit.
Oh, wow. And I'll do that.
And it is breathing heavily, but still standing.
Man, too late to throw a divine smite on there. Or do you want that declared before damage is rolled?
Yeah, you have to declare, I believe, when you hit that you're
Okay.
smiting.
All right, gotcha. Then that will. Yeah, okay. That'll be my turn.
Hold up.
Ola's biting the wyvern.
18 does hit.
If it kills it, I'd like to give a description.
Go ahead and give a description.
Yeah, you see them struggling, biting. The wyvern bites it hollow, tries to sting her with the stinger, but the holy shield deflects it. But you see her with a final twist. You hear crack the wyvern's neck and lets it fall to the sand.
You can kind of see the dragonborn go, Bessie, no!
Ola will quickly pivot this direction to keep him flanked, keep him out of Basil's reach. So she will go a little like this to give him a window. And she'll end her turn. She'll continue concentrating on Earthbind.
Wow.
All right. Seeing that go down, is there anything? How does the Dragonborn look? Bloody.
Bloody.
Okay. Fuck it. We're gonna throw. I don't want to waste a level 2 spot fully just yet. We'll just do a regular level 1 magic missile at the Dragonborn. So 3 hits coming in.
What's that? 8?
Yep. So yeah, 8 damage to him. And that's it for me.
All right. Suhara is going to attempt to assist. Missing her first attack and her second attack getting deflected by that same psionic energy.
Advantage for flanking with Ola?
Ah, you're right. Both hit.
Ayo.
Fire.
Then the orc is going to try to finish off this wyvern. And miss.
Useless.
And the wyvern that is alive is going to try to attack you guys by first going after the orc.
No, not the orc. Live. Ooh.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Ooh.
He's gonna try to finish it, and then obviously can't see both of its. Sentinel?
Yeah, Sentinel.
Go for it. Yeah. Go ahead and describe the demise of this orc.
When I
The
see,
wyvern.
yeah, when I see the wyvern bite the orc, I'm just gonna react and just swing the flail over my head and just bring it crashing down atop the wyvern's head. Just crushing its skull.
You can hear the dragonborn in the distance go, Neely! No! Everyone give me a perception check. Incredible. Basil, you can hear shifting in the sand. Something is coming towards you.
Shy Hulud.
Top of the round, the dragonborn. He's gonna look at you, Holo, with frustration. Look at the situation of his two fallen wyverns. He's gonna point out his sword at you and smack the pommel of it, hitting the ruby. Give me a strength save.
I'll be using the direwolf for this save. 11.
Not a lot. So you are pushed back 30 feet.
Whee!
He is then going to try and get away. Suhara, who's going to take the attack opportunity. And misses. Right there. Ending his turn. Basil.
Basil will run up to the edge here. And seeing that he is trying to escape, will use my last precious spell slot and cast Hold Person on him. My spell save DC is actually 19. No, it's 18. Sorry. It is 18.
God damn.
With disadvantage wisdom, too. Ooh, you evil bastard.
That's wisdom ability check, not saving throws.
Yeah.
Okay. He matched it?
He makes that's 18.
You can see the chain start to kind of grapple his wrist, but he's able to just kind of rip his arms off as he continues his run.
Basil will just kind of shout, "Something coming from the sand! We can't let him escape!" That'll be my turn.
Zach.
I am going to Misty Step in front of him. You know, just kind of like I'm standing over there 1 second and oh, is it only 30? I always do that. Here, I'm gonna move forward 10 feet and then Misty Step. So I'm within 30 feet. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just disappear for 1 second and just reappear directly in front of him. And as I reappear, I'm going to be swinging with my great flail. And I am just curious. I know you can't cast 2 spells like a turn. Like the Misty Step is 1. Does that count towards Divine Strike since that's not a spell? I just expend a spell slot to use it.
Divine Smite is not a smell, so I don't think it counts.
Okay.
If you're using Thunder Smite, I think it counts. But
Yeah,
Divine
like
Smite-
Thunderous Smite I have as a spell, but okay. Alrighty. Then I'm going to appear directly in front of him, and I'm going to 16 misses.
does not hit. He's able to kind of parry the blow with his blade.
Then I'm going to try again.
20 does hit.
Okay, then I'm going to expend a level 2 spell slot to cast Divine Smite. So I'll hit him with the flail, and then didn't give me an option to cast it at level 2, but it should be an additional D8.
Is it not the 2D?
No, that should be. Isn't here? Sorry, let me. The extra damage is 2d8 for a first level spell plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first. So a
Okay.
maximum of 5. So yeah, I deal. Wow. 29 damage.
It's mortal. He says, "You damned hunk of metal, where did you come from?" Anything else for your turn?
I'm just going to yell kneel. Kneel!
Hold
And
on.
then, yeah.
Easy there, Loki. Although a little bit worried about what's in the sand, is going to move up here. Grab the lady. What's her name?
Suhara.
Dahara. She'll basically grab the back of her armor and drag her onto the solid rock. And yeah, she'll say telepathically, "Going out of the sand, we don't know what's out there." So is that thing on our side?
I don't know.
Huh. Whole will end her turn.
Down.
Okay. And you said the Dragonborn looks mortal?
Yes.
We'd love to hear that.
Oh, there's the self-destruct.
60 feet away. Let's just do
Fireball the robot. It's an
I'm
enemy.
out of that. What a came down. But we'll go ahead. I'll use my last second level. And we'll do magic missile again on the Dragonborn. Just do some guaranteed damage. I can't roll high on these things to save my life.
What's that?
8.
That's just enough. Go ahead and describe how he goes down.
So as he's running and dealing with the metal man in front of him, Dowrin kind of creates these little miniature black holes, but then shapes them and kind of sends them spinning in the air towards him. And as each one impacts, it just explodes upon impact, blowing holes in the chest.
See, collapses. It's just, damn it. Falls to the ground. And this is usually where we put a pin in it. So we will stop there.
Can't go for another 2 hours.
Personally, no.
What about the sandworm?
Childhood.
It just went away, it didn't pop up.
And
Fortunately, I'm like half a corpse, so I can't even continue DMing if I wanted to.